Hello students, welcome back to your science class. This is part 3 of chapter sound. Okay, so in the last video we discussed about why does a vibrating body produce sound first of all, and this because of the waves that it produces. So any vibrating body produces waves. Okay, I'd like to tell you that there are many patterns of waves. As I told you, it depends upon the kind of body that we are striking on, the surface, the material of the body. Okay, so that is what decides what will be the shape of a sound wave. We'll be discussing about we'll be discussing more about it in detail in a while, but before that I'd like to tell you that these kinds of waves, okay, they are called transverse waves. Okay, transverse waves. Okay, so just remember this, these type of waves are called transverse waves. Now it is not necessary that they look exactly like this. Okay, they might also look something like this, like cone shape, okay, triangular shape. They may also look something like this. Have you seen an ECG? An ECG, if a person goes to a medical clinic and doctor asks to get an ECG done, then you can see that on the graph, okay, that comes out, there are certain waves like this. Or even if you see in TV also, sometimes they show, or if you can just search it on Google also, that what kind of waves does each ECG produce. So you can see that this is also a certain pattern. All kinds of waves are all kinds of, like, these are their same, okay, but the pattern is very different from this. Okay, this is a usual general pattern that we usually draw to explain that what waves actually are and how are they produced by any vibrating body. Okay, so actually these waves are the ones which are produced by a pumping heart. The heart keeps on pumping, right? So these waves are equal to your number of heartbeats. So actually it counts the number of heartbeats. Okay, this was just for your knowledge. Okay, so what I mean to say is that the pattern will be like this only, but the shape and the shape could differ. The shape could differ. It could be like this also, okay, or it could be like this also. The shape of the waves can differ, but the pattern will be like this only: up and down, up and down, up and down, or to and fro, to and fro, to and fro, like this, as I drew before and showed to you. Okay, so it will be like that only, but the only thing is that its shape can vary. Now that's what I was telling you, that the shape and the shape majorly depends upon the kind of body that you are striking on or beating on. All right, okay, so now the next thing is, when we beat a certain body and vibrations are produced. Okay, now the question is that can we hear sound if there is, for example, there was an activity in your textbook, okay, and it mentions if you just strike a bell or something, okay, in a glass tumbler, okay, if you just in a glass tumbler, in a simple glass, okay, and you ask I'm not talking of a steel glass here, I'm talking of a glass, okay, जो transparent आपका glass होता है, I'm talking of that. Okay, if that is available, good. If not, still it's okay, you can just use a plastic glass or something like that, okay, in place of it. What we want to basically know is that if you just keep a phone in the glass and just ask somebody to ring on your phone, to call you on your phone, and you will hear the sound of the phone, okay, when it's placed in an empty glass. Okay, I'm not talking of a metal glass like steel glass, I'm talking of either a plastic or a normal glass, transparent glass. Okay, now the second thing that you do is you just try to suck in all the air. We know that we are surrounded by air everywhere, right? We cannot see it, but we know it is there. We can feel it, right? So you just need to sort of create a vacuum in the glass. Okay, what does the word vacuum mean? Vacuum means absence of air, complete absence of air. Okay, बिल्कुल air नहीं है. Complete absence of air is called vacuum. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to basically evacuate, or rather not evacuate, incubate, sorry. Actually it's called incubate. Okay, you need that word. Just listen to this. You just need to take out all the air from the glass. And how will you do that? By sucking the air. Okay, that's actually not possible. For that you need that to suck the air from the glass, you need the glass mouth or the glass to be almost equal to the size or a little smaller than your then your mouth size. Okay, the more you open your mouth, the widest you can open it. Okay, that should be the size of the bottle's mouth as well, or the glass mouth. Okay, or for another thing you can do is that you can what else can you do? Let me think. What I basically want to tell you is, if there is a space, okay, if there is a space where there is no air, you won't be able to hear the sound. Okay, just read the activity given in a textbook. You will come to know. It says that if you are able to evacuate, or somehow if you are able to suck all the air from the glass, okay, and you then you ask anybody to call on your phone, okay, then the sound of the phone will be a little feeble. Okay, it will be feeble than before. फीबल मतलब आपको कम सुनाई देगा. ओके, वो बजेगा उतना ही बजेगा वो, बट आपको सुनाई कम देगा. ठीक है, या फिर उसके आपको साउंड उसकी कम हो जाएगी. ठीक है, विद अ मच लोअर साउंड. ओके, now what do we conclude with this observation? That the moment you suck all the air, okay, from the glass or the tumbler in which you have placed your phone, the sound also sort of disappears, or the sound cannot be heard as much as it should be heard, or as much as it's being produced. जितना produce हो रहा है sound, जितना सुनाई देना चाहिए उतना नहीं दे रहा है, कम दे रहा है सुनाई. ठीक है, so इससे हमें ये conclusion मिलता है that sound needs a medium to travel, or sound needs a form of matter to travel. It could be a solid, it could be a gas like air. Air is a mixture of gases, so we consider it to be a form of gaseous matter, right? And also liquid. Okay, now to demonstrate that sound can travel in each of these types of matter, और in each of these three types of medium और matter. इसमें हम medium बोल रहे हैं. ठीक है, so there are various activities to demonstrate this. Okay, the most common example of air, as I told you, air का तो मैंने आपको बता ही दिया कि जैसे as the more you suck air from the glass, suck मतलब उसे खींचना, जैसे straw से suck करते हैं कोई चीज़ को. Okay, so the more you suck air in your mouth, the lesser sound you will hear. Okay, just because sound needs air to travel. In that case, it needs air to travel. Okay. And second activity, for in case of liquid, you will notice that this is actually a little bit tricky experiment. It's just mentioned that if you place your ear near the water, but you don't have to let water get into your ear. Okay, so it's better if you don't perform this activity at home yourself. If you do, just be very, very cautious so that water does not enter your ear. Okay, otherwise it can cause a problem. So the activity is basically that you are keeping something underwater, and you are suppose holding, or you can do this very easily also. Just take a bucket of water, okay, and take suppose a katori and a spoon, okay, and dip your hands in the bucket, okay, with the katori. Suppose you're holding the katori inside at the bottom of the bucket. For example, this is your bucket and you have filled water till here. Okay, Now you're holding your hand. Suppose these are two hands. Okay, I know I'm drawing just little bit to just show you. Okay, so this is one hand, this is another hand, and this is a katori. Okay, so you have to like dip both of your arms inside. In one hand you will hold the spoon, in other hand you will hold the katori. Okay, and it is like dipped in water, completely dipped in water. Okay, almost, and it should also not strike the bottom. Just take care of this also. It should not touch the bottom of the bucket. Okay, it should not touch the bottom of the bucket. So and try striking the katori with your hand, with a spoon. Okay, and just place your ear somewhere here. Suppose this is your ear. Okay, you don't have to dip it inside till here, no need. Okay, just keep your ear here, or you can just, suppose this is a water level, just bring it till here maximum. This is your water level, this is your water level, bring it till here maximum. Don't touch it with water. Okay, now strike the katori with a spoon and try to see if you can hear the sound of katori being stricken, or being struck, or being beaten. Okay, just try to see if you can hear it. Okay, the answer is yes, you'll be able to hear it. Okay, okay, rest I'll be telling you in the next video.